Hello beautiful blockchain people. Today let's have a look at the price chart of the total cryptocurrency market capitalization. That is at the moment at about $2 trillion. I want to say approximately $2 trillion because the different cryptocurrency market aggregators, they show a little bit different, let's say, data. Some say or some claim that it is a bit below 2 trillions. The others claim that it's above 2 trillions. So let's say approximately 2 trillions. And I want to say that we will have a look at the chart of the cryptocurrency market cap by applying technical and candlestick analysis. So the current, let's say, price is not that relevant from a technical point of view. So this is the monthly time frame, and to some extent we're really very familiar with the price chart of the crypto total market cap. There was a solid increase earlier last year or in 2021, then a correction took place in the summer of 2021. The chart rebounded, and then we had a sequence of new all-time highs. The peak was in November when the price posted this long leg dodge, and after that two bearish candlesticks formed. So we used to talk about this a lot. It is similar to the price chart of Bitcoin and so on, but let me once again remind you that this candlestick is usually considered as a trend reversal candlestick that occurs at the top of some price increase. And we see that after that we had these bearish candlesticks with descending maximums and descending minimums. So that was a bearish signal. Of course, I want to underline saying that was a bearish signal because the market is improving, and we've been talking about it because the candlestick for February changed a little bit this sequence of bearish candlesticks with descending local highs and descending local lows, because the local low in February was at the level of the previous one or slightly above this. So it was an initial signal. We used to talk about it, pointing to a potential, let's say, consolidation, and let's say to a potential break after this correction. Now, this is the current candlestick. It confirms, let's say, this consolidation because it still has a local high below the previous one, but it has a local low above the previous ones or slightly above the previous one. So it confirms this consolidation. And of course, this candlestick may change. Let's wait and see what we will receive by the end of the month. But at the moment, it's a confirmation of this consolidation. And once again, this is an initial signal that probably the bearish pressure is diminishing, let me underline, in the monthly chart. And of course, I want to highlight that we had this local low here, and of course, this is a solid support range for the price of the total market cap. So this is according to the monthly chart. Once again, if we switch to a linear chart, we still have this sequence of ascending local highs, and if this is a local low, then we will have a sequence of ascending local lows, so ascending local highs and ascending local lows. So let's cross our fingers for the crypto market, and let's hope that this is the renewal of the uptrend. But once again, it's too early to say, but I just wanted to highlight some interesting, let's say, candlestick formations, and that at the moment the market looks much better than it used to be here when we had these descending local highs and descending local lows. Now let's check the weekly chart. Okay, this is the weekly chart. Let me remind you that in November, in the second half of November, the correction started. We had this sequence of mainly bearish candlesticks with descending local highs and descending local lows. But here at the bottom of this correction, we had a dodge. After that, the price rebounded. Of course, it faced some kind of resistance. A shooting star formed, then a decline took place again. Then we had another dodge at the level of this one, then a gravestone dodge, another gravestone dodge. So all this says that we have a lot of support here, because these candlesticks, they have their bodies almost on the on the same level, let's say. So this is some kind of small potential positive signal, because even if we switch to a linear chart, we can see that we used to have this descending local highs and descending local lows. Now we have a potential double bottom. So this local low and this local low, they're let's say at the same level. That's why, fellas, this rebound, the current rebound, is really very important, because if during this rebound the price or the chart surpasses the previous local high, this will be the very first time we see a renewal of the local highs since the beginning of this correction. So this is a very critical moment at the moment for the chart of the cryptocurrency market cap. Once again, we have a double bottom here. Let's wait and see if this double bottom will be validated and if this will be the renewal of the uptrend. So this is a very critical moment, and I will constantly keep an eye on this price chart, let's say. And of course, if I see something interesting, I will update you. But this is something positive I wanted to highlight. A double bottom, and now we are testing the previous local high. And this is the weekly time frame. Next, if we switch to the daily chart, we have three moving averages. Let's start step by step. The first one is the 30-day moving average, or for the period of 1 month that I use in the daily time frame. The chart dropped below this moving average in the middle of November. Since then, or during this period of time, the price was below this moving average. During the first days of February, the price rebounded and surpassed this moving average, and then we had some kind of fluctuation. So that was an initial signal pointing to a potential consolidation. And I used to talk about it. I used to talk about it in the price chart of Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies, that we have a consolidations, many ups and downs, at the 30-day moving average, and this was the first small positive signal, because in this part of the chart the price was below the 30-day moving average. Now we're once again above the blue line, or this 30-day moving average, and I want to underline the longer the chart remains above this moving average, the higher the probability that this is a local bottom, and probably sooner or later we will see price increase, more sustainable, I mean, price increase, not just like this one here. Next, if we add the 90-day moving average, or the 3-month or 1 quarter moving average, we see that the price has dropped below this 3-month moving average during the first days of December. Then a bearish moving average crossover took place. The 30-day moving average dropped below the 90-day moving average. But now the situation is slightly improving, because during this rebound, we see that at the moment the price is starting to test the 3-month moving average. And this is for the very first time since, let's say, December. The price was below the purple line, or this moving average, for almost 3 months or 1 quarter. So this is namely December, January, and February. And now we see the price trying to surpass this line. So this is also a small positive signal, because at the moment the price is above this moving average and this moving average. So it is an initial attempt to resume the bullish sentiment. However, we have to keep in mind that we're still below the 1-year moving average. So this is the green line. During the solid price increase, or let's say since the beginning of the bull market, that started probably, let's say, in the middle of 2020, the price has always been above the green line. However, actually has dropped below the green line in the second half of January, and now the chart is trying to test the 1-year moving average. So this is something positive. It surpasses the green line, we will receive another bullish signal, another potential bullish signal, pointing to a potential, let's say, bottom formation here. And this is what I will keep an eye on. So I just want to highlight some really important technical patterns in my view, and I will continue to keep an eye on these technical patterns. But definitely, once again, we're here above the 30-day moving average, above the 90-day moving average at the moment, and we're trying to reach the 1-year moving average. This is much better than if compared to what we used to see here when the price was below the blue line and the purple line. So this is something positive. And now this is the 4-hour chart. Okay, this is the 4-hour chart. Let's have a look at the last part of the 4-hour chart. So here we had a sequence of descending local highs and of course descending local lows. So that was a downtrend in the 4-hour chart. In the 1-hour chart, a sequence of the lower highs and lower lows. The situation is improving because here the price has exited this, let's say, has exited this descending channel. Also, I want to highlight that if we try to draw a line through the local highs, the angle is changing. So this descending line is less bearish than this one. So this is also a small initial positive signal. The bearish pressure is diminishing, and of course now the bulls are trying to push the price further up in order to break, let's say, this bearish resistance. Let's see what happens, but this is an interesting, let's say, moment. Once again, this line is less bearish than this one. Also, if we switch to a linear chart, it's obvious that here we have something similar to a double bottom. So this is the very first time we see a bottom at the level of the previous one, and this bottom was not able to drop below the previous one. But here in this descending channel or downtrend, we used to have lower highs and lower lows. At the moment, we don't have this lower low. So this is another positive, let's say, signal. But once again, everything may change. We have to keep an eye constantly on this technical formation, technical patterns, candlestick formation, and so on, because this is very important. The markets are very dynamic, and that's why I spent a lot of time in front of these charts, because sometimes the thing may change very fast. And that's it for today, fellas. We see some initial positive signals. We see some initial, let's say, bullish or buying pressure that is trying to revoke the bearish pressure. So at the moment, we see some small bullish signals, and probably it will be nice if this is the end of this correction, if this is a local bottom, and sooner or later the uptrend resumes. But I will continue to keep an eye on the price chart of the crypto total market cap. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please share your point of view as a comment below. Of course, I wish you a very wonderful day. Good luck in the financial markets, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.